Hello, everybody, and this is Scap here from Four States. Um, we're watching another round of League of Dota, Season 4. Joining me is actually nobody this time. Normally we do have a little bit of color commentary, but this time Scappy here is on his own. Anyway, let's just get right back to it. We have the two teams, Team Inception, and I was incorrect at saying TI5 for the other team. It is actually Team BlackSheep. So with that, let's take a look at the picks. Centaur, Warrunner, and Vengeful Spirit on Team Inception side. Centaur Warrunner, a very popular hero. He's got the highest or one of the highest strength gains in the entire game. He's a powerful initiator. That with his ultimate ability, he could get his whole team in there on the fight and ready to go. We also have Vengeful Spirit. Vengeful Spirit is a great offensive support. She can offer a damage buff that's based off of percentage, so she scales very well in the late game. And she also and her magic missile is a great stun, along with her wave of terror, which is also an armor debuff. And let's not forget about her swap ability that allows for great pickoffs if Team Black Sheep is caught out of position. Speaking of Team Black Sheep, we are already seeing the Invoker pick. Invoker is another one of those huge heroes that either gets picked first or banned first. He's just so powerful, and ever since they buffed the crap out of Wex, he's just so powerful, and it's just, oh, please just either get rid of him, or if they pick him up, you're just gonna have a bad time. He's got so many spells as used. He can be played in many roles. Typically he's carry, but he can serve so many purposes in the team. Looks like we also see a Shadow Demon pick. Shadow Demon's also a really powerful support. Typically we haven't really been seeing a whole lot of him. Well, at least I haven't really. But he's great. He's got a very powerful disruption and that forms two illusions that takes people out of the fight for long periods of time. He's also got Soul Catcher, which is a damage amplifier, and his Demonic Purge is also very powerful as well, with doing massive damage and slowing. Also, so Team Inception picking up the Mirana. Mirana is actually a pretty big deal. They used her last time, and her ulti was used for a great, powerful team fight initiation. She's great. The arrows are just so powerful. They do so much damage, and it's a powerful stun. The Starstorm as well, and Leap just keeps her in the fight, and she's just really handy. And Team Inception made great use of her last game. Black Sheep, though, answering the Mirana pick with a Puck pick. Puck is, like I said before in the last game, there was a Puck before, and Puck is one of those heroes that just gets in, gets out. He's one of his top abilities is to escape and to move and have such high ability with that illusionary orb, phase shift, and once he gets a blink dagger, he can just get in there, throw down his ulti of Dream Coil, and keep a team stuck together, and he can just blink out. I mean, he can be so annoying, and typically, and I see, and Puck can be run mid, but so can Invoker. So I'm kind of wondering how they're gonna run this Puck. Last game we saw Puck in the off lane. I wonder if this Puck is gonna be in the mid lane maybe. But anyway, so let's take a look at Team Inception. Team Inception, they pick up Chen. Chen is... Wow, I haven't seen Chen in a while. But Chen is he's great at jungling. He's also a powerful support. He can get creep together, and if with great micro skills, you can decimate in the early game if you know how to use your creep and use your creep well. His ultimate ability is a massive global heal for his team, so if something goes wrong in the fight, maybe he can do a quick save, and with a simple push of a button, he heals his entire team. Black Sheep, though, they pick up the Earthshaker. Earthshaker is great. He's a powerful initiator. He's got a great stun with that Fisher. Fisher stuns, and he also can funnel people into a place where they don't want to be. So Fisher is kind of, well, a big deal. Let's not forget about his ultimate ability, though, Echo Slam. Echo Slam can be a humongous team fight changer, and it's a great way of initiate. It's probably one of the most has the potential to be one of the most damaging abilities in the game, especially if you get a lot of creep together and all that echo damage as it resonates between the creep and other heroes. You could just do so much damage, and it's just so powerful. So I kind of want to take a look at the bans real quick. Team Inception getting rid of the Ember Spirit, the Ancient Apparition, the Luna, the Nyx Assassin, and the Morphling. So I'm seeing some of these here. Well, Ember Spirit, obviously, it's either one of those, you pick it or you ban it. And, they got rid of the Ember Spirit. They don't want to deal with the Ember Spirit. Looks like they're getting rid of more of like the carry aspect of the heroes at the moment. Team Inception's anticipating Black Sheep looking into picking another carry, but Black Sheep, their bans are Lycan for the same reasons as Ember Spirit, Batrider, Doom, Juggernaut, and Viper. So they're also getting rid of a lot more carry because Team Inception as well doesn't have very much carry in their bank. But they did pick up Templar Assassin. Templar Assassin is pretty big, is a pretty powerful mid, and once she snowballs, she can definitely carry with so much armor debuff. Her right clicks are going to hurt. Black Sheep picking up another mid hero along with Puck, but they picked up Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend's another great pick, for a carry if you need carry. He's powerful. His raises can do a lot of nuke damage, and once he starts acquiring his souls, his right clicks are just unbelievable. His presence alone with his passive presence of the Dark Lord is an armor debuff, and once he gets in the fight, he also has Requiem of Souls, which is also another powerful ultimate ability that can do a lot of damage to a lot of people if they all are hanging out together. Without further ado, though, I want to introduce the Radiant side. Looks like on Black Sheep, we are having Puck being played by WWD. Looks like he's running in the solo off lane, which is something that usually happens. And in the mid lane, we have Shadow Fiend being played by Enso, and we also have Shadow Demon running up, probably to get some warding getting some warding done, being played by Bloody 9. And looks like we have, right nearby him, we have Earthshaker being played by B-Kid, and we have Invoker to round things out, being played by Mender? We'll go with Mender, it sounds better. Anyway, looks like we're already seeing we're seeing each other, and so I kind of want to introduce the Team Inception again. RLG playing the Centaur War Runner, and looks like in the mid closest to the mid game, we're seeing Chen being played by SC30. We have Vengeful Spirit being played by Mystery CT. I don't really want to say that name because it's inappropriate. And we have Marana being played by Weedians. And to round things off, we have Templar Assassin being played by Just Bounce. The O is kind of big, so maybe that's how it's pronounced. I'll go with it. It sounds good. But we're already seeing like something going on here. We already got like Shadow Demon maybe being caught a little out of position, but we have Templar Assassin maybe going after Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon is going to get out with that disruption already. We're trying to see maybe some sort of mid gank going on here with the Vengeful Spirit and the Chen, but just wasn't going to happen. There's, that disruption is just so powerful. Looks like we're already seeing a little bit of trouble going in on the Templar Assassin, taking a little bit of damage, but she bubbles up just in time to absorb a couple of the hits. And we have Vengeful Spirit hanging out as well, because we did see a little 2v2 action going on, but anyway. In the bottom lane, we're already seeing Centaur seeing that there is a pull going on, and he's going to go in on this Earthshaker and going to take some of that creep. And he saw that pull, and he's like, nope, I am not dealing with that. Looks like we're already seeing maybe a quick set up. He's rushing his Tranquils. He's got some Tangos pooled to him, and he's running by himself, so he's going to need some of that extra regen for himself. In the top lane, we have Mirana going against a Puck, just mano a mano by themselves. But back in the mid lane, it looks like there's a lot going on here, so I kind of want to keep an eye on this. Shadow Demon getting stunned by the Vengeful Spirit. Vengeful Spirit is giving a little bit of harass. Chen was looking to get something going on here with a Centaur. That Centaur is just such a annoying creep to have already with that stun, and he just does so much damage early. Looks like we have Shadow Demon coming in as well. This has kind of been one of those like high aggressive in the mid lane kind of games already. That's what it's shaping out to be. We're already looking. Let's take a look at last hits. We have TA with 11 last hits, but we have Puck, Shadow Fiend, and Invoker just trailing right behind her, so it's early yet. It's still the laying phase. They're doing a lot of creep pulling. This Earthshaker is doing quite a bit of creep pulling and keeping the creep equilibrium right here, right at tower. And, you know, that keeps Centaur from farming very well. But Centaur's been finding a way to manage to keep the creep from being pulled, and he just sends it his way back to him. So he's still getting farm, but, you know, so it's that pull's almost kind of futile in a way. But in the top lane, Puck could be seeing a little bit of trouble here. He pops an illusionary orb, and he gets out just in time from the Chen before the Chen even has a chance to really do much of anything with his creep. But he's just going to go back to jungling. In the mid lane, we're still seeing Vengeful Spirit hanging out with the TA. This is interesting. You know, but back up top, we have Puck getting an arrow to the face. Mirana is going, but we also have Centaur getting first blood by killing Moonmender. Invoker getting a whole lot of trouble here. Puck is in trouble, but back here we have Centaur hanging out just in the trees, trying to get out just in time, and he does, just by the skin of his teeth. Shadow Demon was there, and he was ready to get something going on here. Looks like up top, though, Puck could be in a little bit of trouble again. Centaur, we got Puck just trying to get out. Arrow is going, oh, that arrow, that Puck just got so lucky. I'd be squeezing my butt cheeks if that was happening to me. That was just so close. That was too close for words. That could have been a kill for that Mirana. Smoke of Deceit has been purchased on the Vengeful Spirit. Maybe they're going to try and get some sort of smoke gank going on here. Earthshaker is just a boss right now, and he's pulling through. He's doing some serious pulling right now. But Centaur is like, nah, I want this. I want this farm. You can't take it from me. But Shadow Demon's like, I'm getting tired of you being so you and just being there. And looks like we're seeing a little bit of trouble on the Centaur already. Centaur taking a whole lot of heap of everything, but he double edges on the Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon going down. Centaur already with 2 kills. And he's solo. He's just having a really good off lane right now. He's just kind of hanging out. He's getting a farm. He's getting the kills and so much experience right now. He's already level 6. Let's take a look at hero levels. I mean, he's getting Oh, but he's gonna be in trouble. Invoker picking him off. And he denies his tranquils. Centaur loses the tranquils. What? Oh, and he is upset. I would be so upset as well. He just... Oh, Invoker. The cold snap, just taking him out. Just so great. Looks like we're seeing a big stack going on in the jungle from Bloody Nine. Shadow Demon is doing some great supporting work, trying to get farm for his carries for the late game. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Puck is just kind of hanging out, trying to, you know, get out. He illusionary orbs, tries to get out. He phases away and he's just running. He's like, nah, I'm not dealing with you guys. That arrow is just so huge right now. Mirana is giving chase. He leaps. Mirana still giving chase to this Puck. Puck is in trouble, but he just phase shifts just out of that arrow. That was so close. This Puck is doing so much work trying to stay alive. He does not want to die, and that's what he's doing. He's doing what Pucks do. He's doing a very good job at it too. Centaur War Runner already coming in through the jungle, being aggressive, using an ult. Shadow Fiend already in some trouble here, getting ganked, getting double edged by Centaur. Centaur 3 kills now. He's being so aggressive in this game, and he lost his tranks, and he picked them up, and he picked up a new set, and he's just like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep killing because I am angry, and I would be angry too. But Shadow Fiend could be in a little bit of trouble here. We got a smoke gank going on from the Chen. Chen is moving in with his Centaur. So we have Shadow Demon here in a little bit of trouble here. It looks like he could be in some heaps of trouble, but he's got the rest of his team there with him. The Centaur from the Chen is moving in. We got Mirana ult in. Chen is hanging out, but he got noticed by the Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend using a purge on him and Soul Catcher, but it really didn't do a whole lot because they couldn't really target him. So all that damage app really didn't do a whole lot. But TA in a heap load of trouble, getting a face load of everything from BS. BS just not quite getting the kill on the TA though. TA is getting out just in time. That bubble is doing some serious work for her. That refraction is just so great. I mean, it prevented her from a heap load of pain. Shadow Fiend doing the Bottle Rush build, and it looks like he's rushing a Midas. He's got his Glove of Haste, and he's got 13k gold. We're probably going to see a Midas pickup here, and so he's going to be here for the long haul, and he's going to be here for and try to get some farm going on here. Invoker is hanging out in the bottom lane by himself. He kind of feels nervous about hanging out by himself, and nervous is right. He's got Centaur and Vengeful Spirit hanging out together. Chen is just hanging out too, and within this, just highly aggressive. But he's in trouble. Puck is going in, and Earthshaker with the Fisher taking out the Chen. We got a Centaur ult coming in, but just couldn't save the Chen in time, and Chen pays the ultimate price with his life. Shadow Fiend picking up his Midas already, and that stack creep camp is just getting him so much gold. I mean, we could just take a look at net worth already, and Shadow Fiend is pulling ahead. He's got his Midas, and he's getting stack creep, which is great for him, and he's pulling ahead with 39k gold, and we have Invoker trailing behind him, and then we have TA and Mirana following after that. We got a little bit of a tango going on here, maybe between the Centaur and the Invoker. Invoker is defending bottom tower from the push, and we're already seeing a little bit of aggregate. There's just so much fighting going on here. Like, this is the show, guys. Like, right in this area, because I don't know, it's just so aggressive right now. Like, here, everyone wants to be here. That is the spot. That is the place to be, and looks like we have TA moving in with Centaur, trying to get some sort of gank going on. They're constantly over here, and it's interesting. I'm kind of wondering if if we're gonna be seeing some wards maybe placed here or something like that for Team Black Sheep, but we have yet to see the wards going on here. But in the jungle here, we got another disruption going on. Just Vengeful Spirit being taken out, and we have Shadow Demon just barely making it out, just with his wand, doing so much work for him right then and there. TA is coming in after Invoker. Invoker could be seeing a little bit of trouble here. Traps are going on. He's just giving so much chase. Invoker is putting up a cold snap, but it's just not enough. TA is going to pick up... No! Centaur Warrunner coming in with the double edge, picking off the Invoker. Centaur with 18k gold. I mean, 18k, excuse me. 1,800 gold. And we're probably going to see some sort of... And he's dropped his Tranquils again. You know, he lost his Tranquils before by doing that strat of trying to reduce the cooldown so he can farm and not get... But, you know, he lost them before, so he's better be careful doing that. Looks like Puck got in trouble in the top lane, though, with the Chen and Murano combo. We see two Dark Troll Summoners, and they can net the Puck, leaving the Puck in a little bit of trouble, whereas Murano can just arrow him away, and yeah, that's what happened. You saw it here. In the mid lane, though, we're seeing a big fight going on. Centaur being taken out bottom lane by the Invoker as well. Vengeful Spirit being taken out by Shadow Fiend. There's just so much fighting going on in this mid lane. They want to keep the Shadow Fiend down, but Shadow Fiend is hanging in there, and he's getting plenty of gold, and he's getting a lot of experience. And that Midas is going to start pulling him out and start doing some serious hard carrying right now. Earthshaker picking up his mana boots, so he's going to be able to spam his skills a whole heck of a lot more, and that could pose a lot of trouble coming in. Looks like we have Puck with the Dream Coil, but it's just not enough. That's Centaur from Chen doing so much work and taking out the Puck. Down in bottom, we're already seeing a little bit of aggression, trying to get a push going on with Invoker and Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon getting out. We saw a little bit of a response with the triad of Centaur and Vengeful Spirit and TA, but not a whole lot happened there. A tower was taken, but we have TA coming in after the Shadow Fiend, but Shadow Fiend had DD, but he still didn't want to deal with the TA because of that refraction. You can have all the damage you want, but if you can't hit me for six instances, well, and they're both kind of glass cannons at the moment, so it's just kind of... Shadow Fiend is just farming away. He's playing a very careful game. He's just trying to hang out, trying to get as much gold as he can. He's got 1,900 gold, and he's just farming so much right now. He's playing the heavy farm game. We're seeing more smokes and a Blink Dagger on the Invoker. Invoker's going to be... He also picked up Midas. So we have two Midases in this game from Team Black Sheep. And so they're here for a late game. We got Alacrity up. Vengeful Spirit is in trouble. The Ice Wall is up. Vengeful Spirit with a swap, but it just isn't enough on this Invoker, and he picks him off. Centaur ulti is up. We got Invoker blinking out and TPing out. He just does not want to deal with that, and he gets out scot-free. There's a little bit more action going on in this game. There's a lot more, you know, we see a big arrow coming in. Disruption is up as well. We got Raises up. We got TA in a little bit of trouble here. He's taking a lot of damage coming from the Puck. Dream Coil is up, and TA is going to be down. We got Centaur coming in, though, with a big stun and a big double edge. Looked like Shadow Fiend was going to use an ult, but it just wasn't going to happen. Murano with another arrow and a swing and a miss, and we got Murano ulti up as well. Centaur coming in with a blink and a stun, and he could be getting a double edge. Maybe we got a disruption coming up from the Shadow Fiend. And Centaur and everyone is Team Inception taking heavy losses. This is a wipe coming in with the Invoker and the Shadow Fiend. Oh my goodness. Multi-kills were had. Prizes have been doled out, and it looks like mid-tower is going to be going down. Team BS really taking control of this game at the moment, and they're doing some serious work right now, and it's a nice little lull in the game. So let's take a quick look at the gold. So BS just pulling ahead, and it's just, you could just see it. It's just skyrocketing right now in the gold earned. It's just moving up so fast, and they're getting, we're already looking at maybe 7,500 gold difference in favor of BS. And let's take a look at the experience, and that's a similar story too. Similar amount of experience in favor of BlackSheep. Meanwhile, in the top lane, we got Shadow Fiend moving around. He's got his volley, he's got his blink, he's got a Midas, and he's looking to maybe get a gank going on. We got Puck going after the Chen. Chen getting taken out by the team. They just ganked the living crap out of him. But it looks like Puck could be in a little bit of trouble here. We got Starstorm going on, and Puck is phase shifting just in time. And we got Shadow Fiend coming in. Centaur ulti trying to help Mirana. Mirana is going to get out just in time. But we have Earthshaker there as well. We have TA joining the party. We're seeing a big Murano arrow swing and a miss. And this is just so big right now. We got a big Fisher coming in. Alright. It's just, they're kind of throwing things at each other. There is no real... Oh, but Centaur coming in with a stun and a double edge and taking out the Shadow Demon. Shadow Fiend, though, on the killing spree, taking out the Centaur, but he gets taken out as well. Chen with the double kill. But TA is still going after the Earthshaker. Earthshaker could be in some trouble here, but the refraction is running out. Fisher is up. TA is down. Puck cleaning up the TA with an illusionary orb. This is a very high action game. So looks like we're going to have a little bit of a pause here, and from the Chen. Chen needs to take a moment. Maybe he's having some technical difficulties. So with that, let's just take a look at, like hero level right now. Just cuz. Let's take a look at it. And we see Shadow Fiend and Invoker just pulling ahead. Level 13. They're out of the level 11 hump, which is good. So they're going to be like constantly gaining levels so fast. We still see Mirana in the level hump, and it's just kind of like the rest of the team on Team Inception right now they're just kind of like lagging it right now. We have Mirana at level 11, but she's still in the level 11 hump, and the rest of the heroes aren't even close to level 11. I mean, we have level 10s, but they aren't gonna be leveling up very fast anytime soon, unless if they get a big fight in and take out the Shadow Fiend and the Invoker. Let's take a look at kills. So looking at kills, we have Invoker leading the kills right now with 5, and we have Shadow Fiend following up with that with 4. So, the kills are looking pretty evenly dispersed at the moment, but you can see it's still, like looking at the kills, deaths, and assists right now, but you can see it's definitely in favor of BS with a total of 15. Invoker picking up Boots of Travel too. He is just moving. He is everywhere. He's going to be everywhere. And he's got a Void Stone. He could be going race car build and picking up a Yule Scepter of Divinity. And that'll also be a very handy skill for him to have too, because he's been using a crap out of those Sunstrikes. And that's the other thing too. You don't see Invokers going Quas Exhort anymore. It's all about that Quas Wex now, and it's like, and it's probably being a big deal right now because they aren't expecting it. They're expecting Tornado EMP. Looks like up top though, we got a big Centaur stun coming in, double edge taking out Shadow Demon again. A Dream Coil is up, but it really doesn't matter. And yeah, Shadow Demon just got a face load of Team Inception. And that's the thing too. Team Inception, they're playing a very interesting game of, they're ganking, they're waiting for a right moment in time. Looks like we have Shadow Fiend though. He's got his Invis rune. He's hanging out a little bit, but he decided to pull back. And doesn't want to deal with that at the moment. But we got top tower, maybe getting a little bit of a push going on, but that's starting to subside. But we have Puck blinking in after the TA, and we have Earthshaker coming in from behind, but we also have Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend is invis, and he's gonna pop his ult, take out that Chen. TA trying to get away with the Mirana ult, and does so very successfully. And we have Chen's creeps still just hanging out, trying to get something going on here. But we're already seeing like maybe something building up here. We got a big push going on from Team BlackSheep, and we got 4 up here, and we got the rest of the team from Team Ception coming up as well. Maybe we're going to see a big fight coming on here. And we got TA coming in with a blink and a meld, trying to get some damage on with that Shadow Fiend, but it just wasn't going to happen. Fisher coming up as well, but nothing really coming of it. You know, they're kind of just like testing the waters with each other, it looks like. But we have Invoker and Shadow Demon coming in as well, and we have a Deny coming in from the Vengeful Spirit. Vengeful Spirit getting a face load of Invoker, and we have a Dream Coil up as well, keeping the Centaur at bay. Puck taking out the Centaur. Shadow Fiend did die in that process as well, but they're just going to keep this push on. Shadow Fiend is just farming like a madman. You see the Ogre Club, and he's most likely going to go BKB. We have Yule Scepter of Divinity, as I called it. Invoker is definitely going race car build. He's able to TP wherever the heck he wants. Like right now, he just TP'd to the bottom lane. He could be wherever he wants to be. He has so much of a global presence now, especially with that Sunstrike and those TP boots. Up in top, we have Chen looking at this Puck. Puck is just going to back off, though. He's just like, yeah, whatever, Chen. I'm out. You can harass me, I guess, but... And we move back to farming. That's just kind of what it's kind of turned into. Everyone's just pulled back. We're just going to farm up a little bit more. So while everyone's farming, and there is a lull in the game, let's take a look at gold. So, gold. Look at this gold. 12,000 gold in favor of Team BlackSheep. But we have Templar Assassin taking out Puck's killing spree. Puck just got caught out of position, and he paid for it. You know, he was just hanging around, and the rest of the team just got tired of him just hanging around and fooling around. Looks like we have a Sunstrike going in, swing and a miss, and we have a Centaur ulti coming on up. BKBs are up. Shadow Fiend trying to get an ulti off, gets a couple of raises, picks off 2 folks, the Chen and the Vengeful Spirit. But we have TA coming in, taking out everyone else. He's starting to clean up. We see the Shadow Fiend being taken out, and also the Shadow Demon. But there's another fight continuing, and they're gonna keep the chase up. We have TA throwing down an Invoker using a Sunstrike to take out the Centaur Warrunner, but Puck is here to maybe get something going on here. TA blinks out just in time. He just does not want to get killed. Puck maybe giving some chase, but he just can't quite do it. Wow, that was a big fight. And once again, guys, it's like right here. It's just this fight is going on right in that area, and it's just like I see sentry wards up. Well, you know, but we may need to see some observers coming up for Team BlackSheep. There is so in this low of the game, I didn't get a quiet look at experience, so let's take a look at experience. Experience is the same story. They're at 12,000 experience ahead, and the causal of that, let's take a look at hero level. Invoker and Shadow Fiend just pulling ahead with the Puck, and then it trails off after that. It's like Mirana's level 14, and we have TA coming in at level 13. So it's like they're just pulling away in levels. Team BlackSheep is with the Shadow Fiend, and it looks like we got a disruption coming in after the TA. TA is gonna blink out, does not want to get that Fisher to the face, and it looks like we're just backing off. There's a whole lot of coming in, throwing something down, trying to poke at each other, see what happens. But Mirana being taken out by the Centaur. Centaur with the stun and his double edge is just so powerful, and he's just going in after the Puck now. Puck is throwing up his... Oh, but Earthshaker coming in to help with the Puck, and that Fisher doing so much work. Centaur going down, but it looks like there's this Vengeful Spirit is getting tossed around by this Invoker, and we got Earthshaker coming in, taking out the Vengeful Spirit, but we have TA coming in. She wants some of this action. She's got her refraction up. She's going after it. Puck is going down. We got 4 people going down in this fight already, and we have TA in a heap load of trouble, and it's another team wipe for Team BS. They're just ganking everyone so fast on Team Inception right now, and they're just starting to pull ahead in the kills, and they're gonna get a big push on going on in the top lane. This Shadow Fiend, I'm looking at him right now. He's got his blink. He's got 1,700 gold. He's just doing so much work right now. He could be working on a Desolator. That's typically what Shadow Fiends do, but we'll have to wait and see. He's got 2k gold, so the sky's the limit from there. He could be getting what he can get, whatever the crap he wants at this point. Shadow Demon with an urn, trying to keeps his team alive, and looks like we're gonna have Invoker push mid with the rest of his team now, and the glyph is up. We're still seeing a big push continuing on. That tower is slowly going down, but we're seeing Earthshaker with a big ulti doing a massive amount of damage there, and he's on a killing spree, taking out the Vengeful Spirit, but doing a lot of damage to everyone else. Centaur is in a little bit of trouble here, but they have the Mirana ult, so they're trying to get away just in time. They're going to keep this push on in the mid tower, but TA coming in after the Shadow Fiend, picking off the Shadow Fiend. Big arrow coming in, swing and a miss from the Mirana, and we're seeing Illusionary Orbs up. We got Mirana chasing after the Invoker. Invoker's trying to get away. We got a Disruption coming in from the Shadow Fiend. Fisher coming in from the Earthshaker. TA trying to get out. Refraction is up, but it will last for oh so long. And we have Shadow Demon taking out too much Shadow Poison going on. We have a nice stun coming in from the Earthshaker, taking out the Mirana. And we have a double kill coming in from the Shadow Demon. Prizes are to be had this game. Lots of prizes are happening. We got Vengeful Spirit being tossed around by the Invoker again, getting sheeped. And this Invoker is godlike, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, Invoker is godlike. More prizes have been handed out, and mid tower is going to be going down. There's just so much team wiping going on Team BS. They are just this unstoppable onslaught, and they're just going to take out racks just so fast. It's just going down. We got Centaur ulting in, maybe to try to get something going on here, but the GGs have been called, and that is it. Team BS with the victory. Team Inception out of the game. And yeah, that just sums it all up, guys. Team BS just kept going. They were farming, they weren't dying, they got so many kills and so much farm, and Invoker doing so much work, getting so many kills. Inception just couldn't handle that. Invoker's just, like I said, Invoker's a top picked hero. He's very powerful, very annoying, and he did so much work. So you either pick him or you ban him. And if he gets picked, it's gonna be a hard game. Well, anyway, that is that. Scap here from 4 States Casting. Check us out on Twitch. We also have a Facebook page. If you like what you see, although I am by myself today, please follow us. We love to have followers. This has been League of Dota Season 4, and I'll catch you guys later.